What is going on, my Siloans? My Siloans, copyrighted and trademarked. Don't steal that. Back here with your Silo episode 9 review. Doing something a little bit different today. I don't have my normal. I didn't feel like coming up with a backdrop, all that stuff. Y'all getting raw green screen JH today, right? But anyway, not gonna be here for long. Y'all, I really feel awkward trying to just cut in the middle and start reviewing the show with its 2 episodes left. I really do feel strange, but we'll catch it the next 2 seasons. I'm finally caught up, and I just caught up on Severance as well, so I think I'll do another video for that as well. But as far as today, guys, I only have like 4 talking points here. I guess we'll go ahead and get into it. So here is what to expect. Back up just a little bit. A little too close. We're going to talk about Walk doing all that talking, emphasis on talking, not the real Solo revealed finally. We getting a little change in Sims. Is Sims becoming a good guy, y'all? Changing Sims. We're gonna talk about that, and of course what we saw at the end of the episode, cracking the code. We made it to the bottom of that bottom of the silo. It wasn't any water down there, just a little, just pop this much. Right? So yeah, we're gonna see what I think the safeguard is, I guess you could say. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this review. I'm really not gonna be that long, guys. So join this music, kind of bouncy. Gonna turn it down just a little bit. Make sure y'all can hear me. A little bit of background. All right, that should do it. All right. Let's go ahead and get into things. Welcome to your episode 9 review, and we're gonna save the cracking the code for last. Let's start with Sims. Changing Sims, y'all. So of course in this episode we had Billings. He's all the way with it now. He showed his wife the picture. They're down with the rebellion, right? But they have to get a message through to it was supposed to be Sims' wife, but he couldn't get her to come down there at first, so it was Sims. Your boy gave him the picture, right? And now once again, if Sims turns around and still be like the same old Sims after this, I still question, like, okay, you saw, I brought this up in my last little discussion the last time I talked about Silo, and he saw the screen when it got disrupted or whatever. I'm like, you saw it. You saw it. But maybe that was, kind of the planting the seed of disruption, so to say, between him and Bernard. And him and Bernard are definitely, it's definitely over with them. They had the little conversation between him and his wife, and the wife was talking about when the silo goes down, it's going to need a new leader. So are we going to see a change in leadership, so to say, towards, I guess, after the end of the season? I guess I'll throw a couple what I expect to happen in the finale at the end of this, but yeah, I do see a little change in Sims. We shall see. But yeah, it definitely, after seeing that picture, there's something about that picture, right? It changes your perception of things. So we gonna see if we can change Sims. All right, but what do y'all think is gonna happen with Sims here? All right, next let's go to walking and talking. Emphasis on talking. I'm just so upset with Walk. She's a hypocrite. Then we have the last episode, whenever they were talking to the lady There was also, I guess, a mole or a traitor or something like that, but they forgave her, and they gave her some type of punishment. I forgot what it was, and when Walk in that conversation, I can't remember. So, what's gonna be Walk's punishment, right? Assuming she makes it out of this, right? I know she did it for love, the box, whatever you want to call it, right? But I just really, it's just something that it don't sit right with me. I'm like, you was away from this woman for how many years? Was it 25 years or something? 20 years, whatever. And you just gave it up like that. I'm sorry. I'm just not rocking with it. I'm just not rocking with it. She's a snitch. She's a snitch. And it seems like maybe Knox has figured it out. I think he knows. I think when he went in the room and said Teddy's mama did or something like that, I think he could have been saying it without saying it to Walk. I don't know if she picked up on the cues. Of course, Bernard is oblivious, but I know Knox is smart enough not to call her out in front of, in that room. So he probably knows she's being watched. I don't know. I think I want to give Knox MVP for that. If this is the play, I think he knows what's going on. So he might be able to turn this thing around. And yeah, but I'm getting tired of all these moles and stuff like that. After I can't remember the lady's name, after they found her out, I'm like, okay, we done with this mole situation. And then we go right to Walk and talking, right? Walk talking. I was like, we doing this again? So I don't know. I don't know if I feel like they just went to the well right back to it right then and there. I was like, but whatever. I don't like Walk talking. Anything else I have to say on this? That's about it. That's about it. I really don't feel that much sympathy towards Walk. I just don't. Not the real Solo revealed. Not the real Solo, y'all. I thought he was dead, but he wasn't dead. So I guess it's cool. He's alive. I guess it's cool he's alive. He was I don't know, this is very similar to From somewhat with the whole, I compare him to Victor for those of you who watch From. So he got stuck in the vault as a child. I guess he was around 12 or 13 or something like that. He saw his daddy get killed, pop right in the head. I was like, wow. So he stayed in there, explained the situation to the people that were watching them when she first came into that silo. And I don't know, the girl with the arrow, she was getting on my nerves. She didn't want to hear anybody out, but the guy was level-headed. I think his name was Andre or something like that. I can't remember. He was level-headed. He heard the story out, and Juliet, it was nice of her playing mediator, keeping the peace. But yeah, so we found out the backstory of Solo, or Jimmy. So Jimmy, he was the child we saw earlier in the flashback in this season or whatnot. And they got the code. They saw all the artifacts inside the the vault or whatever. And she has her suit. Let me save what I think. That's gonna be in the prediction section for next episode. She has her suit back though. But the thing is, she didn't need the suit because there was already a suit. Not the real Solo. Goofy. All right. Anyway, so we're finally getting up out that silo, hopefully next episode. Let's go ahead and go to the ending events. We cracking the code with what's the guy's name? Lucas. Lucas goes to the bottom of the silo there, and all Juliet had to do was just drop down. She was too scared, y'all. And we could have got to the vault or whatever. So the voice, that pops up when he walks down there, he says, "Hey, now that you know this information, this does not leave this room. If you tell, there will be a safeguard." I think the safeguard is it drowning the silo? I don't know. Somebody tell me. That's the closest thing I can get. Whatever happened with what we saw in the flashback, right? I think it was drowned. I think that is the safeguard, if I'm not mistaken, or some type of catastrophic event that will eliminate all the people in the silo. Let me put it like that. If whatever this information is, gets out. So do with that what you will, Lucas. We gonna see what happens. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it on this episode, y'all. This just meant to be a quick review. I don't feel like grabbing a whole bunch of pictures and recapping the whole episode. Y'all know what happened, man. Let me get back to me. All right, so let's talk about some predictions going into the next episode. More so Juliet. That's what I'm most looking forward to. We spent season 1 getting her out the silo. We spent all season 2 getting her back into the silo. So how is she going to go back? I don't assume she can just knock on the door, let me in. I don't think that's happening. Does that passage at the bottom, is there some type of connection between all silos? Maybe she can come through some type of back door. I'm not sure. Even if she does find a way back, what happens when everybody sees her? Well, we just accept you. You're back. Not more so the people up top or the people in IT or Bernard, who is IT. So yeah, but I really do want her to come back to her silo. But there are 2 suits. I don't think they would introduce the other suit for nothing. So somebody's going with her, assuming it's going to be that girl, Eater, because she said she wanted to go outside. So she's going to be going outside as there's another suit. Will she make it? That's another question. As far as the other crew that's in there, I don't see them going anywhere. They got the food they wanted. There's no point in them going anywhere. I don't know. But they wouldn't be able to make it anyway. So I don't see them going anywhere. Back to the original silo. Lucas, is he going to be able to hold in this secret? I would hope so. Whatever happened between the past 2, he said Salvador Quinn and Judge Meadows had this information and they didn't, succeed with that information, so to say. So maybe he'll break this chain of catastrophic events happening to the silo, right? But I think he'll play it right. The walk situation. We know what's happening with Walk. At some point, Knox is going to confront Walk. I think he does know. And I think Knox put a play in motion to kind of throw Bernard off. So I think Knox and the Mechanicals are going to get the upper hand next episode, as he intentionally put that information out there to throw him off. Whether Walk has an idea of whether he knows or not, that I don't know. But I think at some point he will, come to her about that. Anything else? That's about it for now. But yeah, a good episode of Silo, by the way. I thought it was a good episode. Finally getting somewhere. We finally getting up out that dang silo. Was that 17 or whatever? Juliet's going home, I think. And we look like we got Sims. He might be coming to the other side, maybe, sorta, or Sims is kind of on his own side, I guess, for the good of the silo. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, I will be here for the finale, and if you're interested in Severance, I will have a separate video at some point up. If y'all want to check that out, it will be right here, right where my finger is. And I'm gonna see y'all next time, y'all. Peace out.